normal shift at HIKS is actually really similar to a normal shift at any of the other labs. The main differences, though, are that we deal with equipment checkout and also more technical problems that people may have with their laptops.
Like, as far as being a regular LA goes, like, you just sit there and you wait for something to go wrong. Being a HIKS LA, like, you sit there and you wait for something to go wrong. But then when it goes wrong, like, you have people to help you out, and while you were sitting, you made more money.
There's a lot more customer interaction at HIKS, which means there are a lot more opportunities to help people.
Definitely made a lot of friends with like a really huge variety of people in all sorts of majors.
You work in one place rather than all over campus.
Yeah, no binders, no clipboards.
I remember the first time that I went to the LA meeting, I saw all the HIKS people like off back in the little corner, like chatting up and like laughing and stuff, and I was just sitting here like, I don't know anyone because I work by myself all the time. So it's a good place to make acquaintances, make friends.
It's like a relationship that you don't have with fellow LAs when you're in LA because, you know, you're kind of off on your own. So with HIKS, it's kind of like a big family.
I found that we're also a little bit more social. We get to, you don't have to actually like just be alone in the lab by yourself. You get to talk to people and you get to work as a team. I think it helps build like great teamwork skills that actually are relevant to now. In most fields now, everyone works as a team, so being able to work with other people is actually a really good asset to have.
Honestly, I think applying for HIKS kind of shows that you have initiative in moving up the chain of ITAP. So it's one of those things where if you go up HIKS, there's more rungs to the ladder that you can climb, and you know, and it pays well.
What's hard at HIKS is to not show your ignorance. There's going to be a lot of questions that you'll get that you don't know the answer to right off the top of your head, but it's good to keep a level head. You need to be able to be confident while you're telling them that you have absolutely no idea, but let me find out for you.
Definitely learning to troubleshoot a lot of stuff. I was like the little kid in high school that would go to her dad whenever the computer was broken and be like, Dad, fix this, and now I know how to basically fix any of that stuff.
Pro, you have backup. Pro, you don't have to do quite as much because when like everybody like takes issues as they come, like you take an issue and then you like aren't taking the lead on the next few issues, and so you get a break. Pro is like you have people to talk to, and like there's a lot of shared interests I think at HIKS.
Some of the benefits from it is the fact that if you come up to us with a question, with 3 people working there, there's no way we're not going to get an answer solved. However, some of the downfalls of that is maybe you have a Johnny go-getter out there and he's taking all the questions up every time, and so some people get left behind, they don't do as much work. So I think it's one of those things where working in a team is good, but it could be also detrimental to someone that is kind of a little more shy because they're not going to get that experience they need to become, you know, a really sound troubleshooter.
The cons, I would say, is if you're trying to do homework, it can be distracting because you are with other people, but most of the time everyone is very motivated to get their work done too, so it's not a huge problem.
So my favorite story from HIKS is we used to have this little army man, and he was like, he's one of those army guys who's like doing the like army crawl and he's got the rifle in one hand. So one day he just showed up and somebody like hit him, and they hit him like on top of the monitor, and you know, since he's flat he's hard to see, and then eventually somebody found him and like, you know, tucked him behind like a cord or something, and then like next thing you know we're in this giant like 2-month-long battle of like who can hide the army man the best, and it just went on. Like he got some like really crazy spots, like it's crazy, but like lo and behold there's the army man, and I haven't seen him in like shoot, I don't know, maybe a year now, but I like to think that somebody just did a really good job of hiding him, and that one day he's gonna pop up and like everybody's mind is just gonna be blown because it was the world's best hiding spot.